Everybody, my name is Rowan Malherbe. I'm a client solutions technologist within Dell. So I'm sitting on the technical side on the endpoint. As I said, technical more than sales related. So a quick question. I've got two versions of my presentation. A very short one or a very long one. So which one would you prefer to go for?
The long one.
The long one. Okay, so let's start with the very short one. So I'm going to make three statements. First statement is technology drives innovation. Point number two, Dell is in the forefront of AI innovation. Point number three, if you want to run AI, you run it in Dell. That was my short presentation. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm just going to start with the video, just on what you can actually run or how it will look like running AI on a notebook. Hopefully it's going to work. So when we started this morning, I'm kind of on the side of where everything should sit on local. Cloud, I'm sometimes a bit worried about the security because we don't really know exactly. And you've got an AI model sitting in the cloud. You're going to ask questions, you're going to get answers, but you have to pay for it. Somewhere, someone has to pay. And what we've seen, so for example, Uber, they had a cloud budget or an AI budget, which they use one of the AI models in the cloud. Within 3 months, they utilized their full 1 year budget. What are they going to do for the next 9 months? They don't have money anymore to actually develop and go forward. So that is the one thing. The second thing, as I mentioned, security. We're not 100% sure if I'm going to ask a question and I take company information, upload to do certain things for me. If the AI model or the large language model sitting there, aren't they going to take my data? They might not take my personal information, but they're going to utilize the information what I asked for or to generate something. And they might still train their models on that. So I prefer to run everything local. So normally how would you do this? So from a cost perspective, very important and very expensive. So what we've seen, as I said about the Uber one, there are actually companies that's now looking at how much it's going to cost for your AI models to run, to assist you, comparing to a person's salary. Somewhere along the line, you need to do a calculation and say, listen, it's going to cost me X amount of dollars to keep someone employed against a model that's going to cost you more on tokens coming back. So ideally, what we are trying to do, as I said, we want to move it to the edge. If something sits on the edge, you've got more control of it. And there's two components. I think we have got a control. There's two components which I want to talk about. So number one, Dell AI Factory, and number two, the Dell AI PCs that we utilize. So once again, on device, what does it mean? Number one, security. Number two, if you are using a local language model sitting on your machine, there's no more tokens going up and down. There's basically zero cost. So you can use a Llama language or a Llama as a front end, and then a Gemma or anything similar as a language running there. So, okay, and it's easy enough to scale. So when you start using NVIDIA as a model or as a solutions partner as well, you can build a model and you can scale straight into your data center. Much easier, much quicker. It's basically a click of a button. You move your workload into the data center, everybody then has access and you'll assign resources to that. From an AI factory, this is kind of the interesting thing. Maybe wording is not always exactly this what one would expect, but this is not a physical factory. It follows the concept of a factory. What I mean by that is, you always start with an idea. You want to manufacture something. So let's take a chatbot as an example. You want to build a chatbot. So you have to have an idea what you want to do, and it has to be an achievable output. Okay. Then what you would do, let me move into this side. Okay. So you grab your data, and that could be data documentation, knowledge base, anything similar to that. What you're going to do then is you're going to run it on your infrastructure. You're going to build a model, and that is going to give you an output, very similar to a normal factory, but on a software layer. The interesting part from a Dell point of view is, if you're looking here in the middle, it says services. And that's kind of where the differentiator from Dell comes in. We've got services available from within Dell, where we can sit, look at your use case, work with you, take your data, assist with transforming the data into workable data. There's always a saying that garbage in, garbage out. So you need to have clean data to get a correct answer. So what we will assist, making sure that that data is clean, take it through, and then build your model, or assist in building the model, and then scale to the correct hardware, which is required to run all this. From a client side, so what we try to focus today on is not the data center side, but on the endpoint. Here's some examples of what you can do. So from a desk point or desk side point, we've got models available, or machines available, that you can run large language models. Not small language models, not medium language models, but large language models on these devices. So for example, in the corner over there, you will see any language model up to 2 billion parameters. So basically you can take a ChatGPT, 120 billion parameters, you can run that model and you can get decent answers. I spoke a little bit earlier to Jean, and if you've got an image and you ask a question, to get the correct answer out of that question, your model needs to be at least 20 billion parameters. So you've got an image, you say, what do you see? Anything less than that is going to battle to say it's flowers. So just keep that in mind. So from a model point of view, we can scale, and we've got the models available for that. What we've also done for demos and so on, it's actually available at our stand. So if you're interested afterwards, come and have a chat with us. We started off with a healthcare demo. So basically what it will do from a hospital point of view or a clinic point of view, patient comes in, we can gather information like blood pressure, length, height, all the standard stuff which they normally take in the beginning. If the person or the patient needs to go for x-rays, goes to the x-ray machine, they scan. By the time that patient gets back to the doctor, that x-ray has already been uploaded to the doctor's desk or machine or his notebook. We can have a look at that x-ray. We then also run a model onto this to say, what is your recommendation, or what do you see? That model will come back and say, oh, hold on, I don't know, there's a hole in the lung or something, and then try to fix it that, or at least tell you what the next steps or the best next steps would be. What we've also done, what is the interesting one? For example, education. So what we do with that demo, we've got all the students, we look at the marks, we look at the attendance, and then basically you can ask the question, how is my son doing in school, and they're going to come back and say, maths is a bit dodgy, but do you want to have a 5-week or 4-week plan to get maths up to standard again? You say yes, it will then generate a plan to say, okay, you need to do this course, you need to do that course, go through that process, and then at the end of the day, hopefully your child is back onto level. From an industry point of view, we can scan that picture over there just shows you, for example, a battery. But you can do basically anything. So for example, from a factory point of view, if there's a box that's damaged, you can identify the box is damaged. You can make other plans around this on how to make it better for you, or move it out, repackage the box, or put the equipment in a new box, and off you go again. So it's always nice to say, okay, you can do this, you can do that, and everybody walks away, but you're not 100% sure that can the company actually do that? So this is a slide that we are doing internally in Dell. So number one, we identified 4 projects, and I want to say this is also important. Don't go out and think of 10,000 different things, because the cost and the time to get AI models running and get a correct result out of this is going to take a long time. So what we've done was, we said, if you kind of want to do code development, by code development, basically anything what we are doing, enhancing user experience, getting access to documentation, things like that, then you're ready to go. We've also done on the supply chain optimization. What is the, it's I think in project management, they call it critical chain. What is the source of least resistance, quickest way to get from point A to point B? That is what we optimized in our factory side. From a tech support side, what we've done, if someone phones, say I've got a faulty notebook, we ask 1 or 2 questions. From those questions, we can see, okay, we've seen the same similar questions previously or same similar problems. Then we give you the next best answer or next best route to get fixed. So now we reduce the tech support questions and time to get something resolved. And then from a sales productivity, basically, we've got an agent sitting there and assisting our sales teams on generating or assisting in non-sales related questions. So now you need to do a presentation. How do you do, where do I find the presentation? Now I need to arrange my slides. All we do is we basically make a statement. We say, I'm an executive, I need to do a presentation, and basically this is what I did with my presentation. Give me a lot of information, I click a button, I wait 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This is the presentation I actually got from this. Yeah. And then on my very last slide, important thing. We have won a couple of awards this last year. Interesting thing, we've got an increase in our revenue to $113 billion. We do around about 97% of all Fortune 500 companies. We are spending almost $9 billion over 3 years on R&D. And most of that money, or the R&D, went into AI. How can we do AI better and make user experience better with Dell? And that's kind of me. Thank you very much. If you've got any questions, we will be there in the corner. Thank you for your time.